Welcome back, friends, to another video here on the channel. We got a really interesting video for you guys today. Every once in a while, my music world and my gaming world, they just collide, and I love when that happens because those are my two biggest passions in the entire world is creating music, playing games, playing music, and all that good stuff. So if you are new to the channel, by the way, if you're here specifically because you're looking up, the 21 Pilots live experience, the live show, I just want to do a little introduction video here. So if you want to hear what I have to say, stick around for the intro. We're going to actually go and we're going to explore the kind of plaza, the 21 Pilots Plaza, kind of the pre-show area that you hang out while I kind of introduce this video. So basically what's going on here is we have the 21 Pilots live experience in Roblox. I only played Roblox just now for the first time, just for this experience. I'm a massive 21 Pilots fan. My two favorite bands in the whole world are 21 Pilots and Avenged Sevenfold, which are complete polar opposites genre-wise, but it is what it is. What it is. So anyways, the point is when this happened, I had to obviously jump into Roblox. It's just an amazing experience. Last time I seen them live was with my wife, 2019. On the Bandito tour, which was absolutely insane. That was a dope show, a freaking killer show. They put on a crazy show live. If you guys have never seen 21 Pilots live, you guys have to. Anyways, so like I said, today this kind of collides. This channel is specifically meant for gaming. I do have music channels, by the way, if anyone's interested. I have two. Original music you can find under the name 7 Minutes After, both on YouTube, Spotify. I mean, it's pretty much everywhere. So right now I currently have one acoustic EP out. I'm working on getting a single out this year, and I'm recording a second EP for next year. And I'm also writing a full-length album for, the next year or whatever, 2023 or whatever. So I got a lot of original music coming, but I also do covers. I've done 21 Pilots songs and other bands as well over on youtube.com/JoshLMusic. If you don't want to see the music side of things, this channel is where I create gaming content, and that kind of talk that includes anything in the gaming realm. And like I said, this is where the worlds collide, right? The two worlds collide into one: music, gaming. I love it. It's absolutely phenomenal. So I'm really excited about that. I guess there's not a whole lot to say. They played, I think it was 5 songs. They opened up with Saturday, and then you got to kind of vote. So every server was obviously different in which order that the songs played in. But basically there was Saturday, The Outside, Stressed Out, Heathens, and what was the fifth one? I'm drawing a blank right now. And Car Radio. That was it, Car Radio. And they all had a different experience, which was really unique and just super cool. So absolutely cool, phenomenal experience. Very unique, very, very unique. And it was just really cool to see. Obviously, we've seen a lot of these kinds of shows in games like Fortnite, but they wanted to take it to Roblox, which is cool, man. Just spread the love, man. Spread the music love across the board. I don't care. I'll go wherever the music is. So I guess there's not a lot else to say. If you do want to stick around for more gaming content, cool. If you're just here for the live experience, also cool. Like I said, if you're kind of curious what my own music sounds like I said, 7 Minutes After is the music that I post my original music under. You can find that anywhere: Spotify, YouTube, whatever else, and covers under Josh L Music on YouTube. So I just want to be able to share this experience with you guys. If you are also 21 Pilots fans or gaming fans, or maybe both, maybe you're fans of both, or maybe literally this is your first gaming experience jumping into Roblox just because you're a massive 21 Pilots fan. Whatever the case may be, it's good to have you. And like I said, without further ado, let's watch the show. Let's jump into it. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to show you guys the entire show uncut. I'm gonna have to commentate a little bit over it and show you guys, in segments if there is audio included, kind of, small doses, because when it got claimed, I knew it was gonna get copyright claimed. Obviously, it's the music that belongs to obviously 21 Pilots and of course the label, et cetera, et cetera. So that I was expecting, but what I was not expecting as part of the claim is that it made the video unable to be seen by anyone. So it was one of those kind of claims. Sometimes that's not the case, but in this case it was like that. So I'm gonna have to commentate over it. I can't show you guys all of the audio. I wanted to do that because I wanted to share the experience with anyone who would have missed it, obviously, because if you weren't able to tune in and whatnot. I don't know if maybe the band is going to be uploading it on their channel afterwards. Probably not. They didn't do that with their actual live experience when they released their new album, Scaled and Icy. So probably not, but I'll try to commentate through bits and pieces of this and kind of share the experience, visually and whatnot, if you will. So excuse my commentary. I know it's not the same but it's literally the best I can do for you guys. I'm really, really sorry about that. Again, it's not on my end. There's nothing I can do, unfortunately. So anyways, so the beginning was, like I said, Saturday is what they opened up with in the plaza. They had the little kind of street corner. They had a little kind of, background screen, which was the original billboard that that was kind of had the countdown for the show and all that good stuff. Tyler was kind of skipping around the map and whatnot, kind of skipping around to other, parts of the street corners and whatnot in front of the record store and all that good stuff. Obviously, Josh stayed in one place with his drums. And there was obviously a couch, of course, on the sidewalk as well that Tyler was chilling on. I think it's the exact same couch from the live experience where they kind of started the show and ended the show with Tyler sitting between the two narrators, if you will, from Dima. So that's kind of how Saturday went. You had a bunch of balls you could throw around and all that good stuff. It was good fun. Lots of fun in that regard. And then they had, in between each songs, there was like these little cool like Skeleton Icy transitions, like the logo. And then what would happen is you would have to vote for the next song. Obviously, you'd hear every song at some point, but what would happen is you'd get to choose the sequence of songs, right? The order of the set list. The songs in the set list remains the same for everybody, but it's, the order that you see them in. So basically, of course, there was a vote going on, and then the next song that played in my server was The Outside, which was a really cool kind of venue. Again, the venue kind of changes for every single song. You had Trash the Dragon, which you didn't see his head, but he was kind of up in the ceiling with, among the smoke and all that good stuff. And they kind of had some cool, background visuals going on there. Had like a little mini stage with like neon pink, kind of purplish, and some of the blues as well mixed into there. And of course, their outfits change every single set, every single song, and all that good stuff. So the floor, interestingly enough, right, because the whole song is up and down, right? They're nodding, right? It has to do with the outside, so I guess they kind of played on that, and the floor eventually caves in, and it kind of got a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie, because when you were underneath the floor, the music got a little bit muffled, so it was kind of annoying that you kept falling through the floor. But either way, it was good fun. It was a really cool set, just like the setup of everything. There was some like random Roblox characters on the background, the 3 kind of hexagon screens or whatever. Again, I apologize. I don't know a lot about Roblox. It's my first time in here. All in all, the set was really, really cool, and just an absolute blast. So that was the outside, and then same thing again happened when the song ended. We ended up moving on to the next portion. Once we voted for the next song, it ended up being car radio, which was a really cool kind of area that it's kind of hard to explain. I mean, obviously you can see the visuals on screen, but Tyler was on his piano. Josh was on the drums, and it was kind of like a spacey kind of background, and there was a set track that you were gliding across, and it would kind of take you through this kind of set path, almost like Rock Band or Guitar Hero back in the day, right? That kind of track that you'd have, except in this case, there was no notes to hit. It was just Roblox characters, which was us, the fans, the audience, the crowd, whatever. Really cool experience in that regard. It was a lot of fun, and we got a lot of, close-up angles. It would kind of like, swoosh around the drums, and then it would swoosh like over top the piano, different parts of the piano too. Like you'd go over top the actual keys, and then later on when you'd come back around, you'd be going over like the top of the actual keyboard stand, I guess is what you'd call it, and all that good stuff. So just some really cool angles, some really cool shots that we got to kind of see in this, and it was just really cool, man. I love this set. It was a lot of fun. The kind of, spacey theme. At one point, of course, Tyler got up, started moving around with the microphone and whatnot. It was just really cool the way they set this up. Obviously, if you've seen any behind the scenes, you know that there was a whole green screen kind of mocap setup that they did to kind of capture all this in a studio, kind of like you would with, if you've ever seen, with other games, how they mocap it. Kind of did that same thing for this concert experience, which is really, really cool. So anyway, so there was that kind of whole thing. At some point, obviously, he went back to the piano to finish off the song, and that was pretty much it. I mean, you could bounce around at one point, and you were kind of free to move around, which was really cool towards, the last third of the song, give or take. And I believe that was pretty much it. So that was car radio. And then the next one in our rotation ended up being Stressed Out, which was a really cool setup, man. So we're basically in this spacey vibe, and there's like two giant heads, which are Tyler and Josh's heads with the kind of top cut off, which is kind of weird. But again, it's from all the promo for Skeleton Icy. If you've seen that promo, you've seen these kind of images before. So they brought that to life in this version of Stressed Out. And of course, Tyler standing on top of his head, Josh standing, well, not standing, but sitting, playing his drums on top of his own head. And the cool thing is it would kind of bounce you back and forth between the two heads. So you'd be kind of hanging out with Tyler, who was playing the bass on his head, and he also had the upside down microphone, which in a live setting in real life, he never used the upside down microphone for Stressed Out. It was for Heavy Dirty Soul, but either way, it was kind of cool because it was an element of their past live shows in real life. So that's kind of cool. So anyways, the point is you're hanging out with him, he's playing his bass and all that good stuff. And then once in a while in the song, it would just kind of transfer you over to Josh's side, and then you'd hang out with Josh while he's playing drums. And it was kind of cool because you could actually like jump up on the drums, whereas some of the other settings you're kind of blocked off from the stage. This part you could just kind of move in and out as you wish, as you please, which is really, really cool. So I had a lot of fun kind of doing that, kind of jumping up on the drums at some point near the end and whatnot. So just a lot of fun, man. A really cool setup. Like I said, another kind of spacey vibe, galaxy vibe and whatnot, standing on their heads. And I mean, there's not a lot to really say about this one. I guess just a really cool vibe, a really cool environment. Like I said, I really love that every single song had its own kind of aesthetic. It had its own kind of vibe, which again, you kind of come to expect from a 21 Pilots show, even in real life. Obviously, you know, they don't completely change their backdrop, but they have the giant screens at a live show, which displays different kinds of visuals and to kind of set the mood and set the vibe for whatever song they're playing, obviously alongside with the actual lighting and whatnot as well. So it's all part of the experience. So just a really cool overall, good vibe, and I don't know, just super unique, man. I love this one. This is probably one of my favorite ones. But then again, Stressed Out is probably, one of my favorite songs by 21 Pilots. Then again, how can you even choose? If you're a 21 Pilots fan, you probably love the majority of their songs. It's probably hard to choose a favorite song or even a favorite album. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. So after Stressed Out, there was only one left for the server I was in, which ended up being Heathens, which was really cool. It started off really dark, kind of hard to tell what kind of environment you were in, and then the lights started to come on as the song kind of progressed through the intro. And you could see that you're actually just chilling in a garage, man. It's just a classic garage. And Tyler's got his kind of trench style outfit on. Just a really cool vibe. We got obviously some like toolboxes and whatnot. He has guitar pedals set up in front of him. There was a whole kind of massive stuff going on here. There's boxes and whatnot. You can see his piano off to the side. Which is kind of interesting that he didn't start on the piano. A lot goes into making this, so I don't know. Maybe there's something to do with that. I don't know. I mean, then again, the piano is there, so I don't know how hard it is to kind of transition from him being on the piano to switching over to the bass. That would have been kind of cool since the prop is already there. But yeah, besides that, there's a Gibson SG in the background, which is kind of interesting because I've never seen him play a Gibson ever. He plays Fender. Even his guitar was a Fender. His bass and his guitar are Fenders. So I thought that was kind of an interesting little touch. But as the song progressed, I mean, there was this crazy lighting going on. The drums had like this glowing rim to it on the kick drum. There was all these cool kind of lighting effects. And when the whole kind of bridge kicked in, everything went crazy in the garage. Like everything was just flying around, like someone is just tossing it all over the place. It was crazy. It was a really cool vibe for being in a garage. I mean, it was pretty nuts, man. It was a pretty cool experience that you really probably wouldn't have expected out of a garage, especially a broken garage that the roof has a giant hole in it. So, and all these tarps around on the walls and stuff. But even then, it felt like an actual mini concert venue, which is really cool. And the other thing is with the actual venues that they kind of played, in some of these songs, like, you know, the first song with Saturday, with The Outside, with of course Heathens. I don't know if this was intentional, but in my mind, I think, you know, it's kind of reminiscent of all the different kinds of venues and shows they played. They started off with a lot of house kind of shows. They'd play a lot of shows in people's living rooms and backyards and, you know, assumingly garages and whatnot. So there was that aspect. You know, obviously they played smaller clubs and they've played bigger venues, and they've done kind of outdoor venues as well, kind of more street kind of style venues, whether it was actual for, you know, full shows outdoors, or they've even done acoustic sets. Thinking of this one, I can't remember where it was, but there was like a, I don't know if it was the ocean or a river or a lake behind them. But they were on like some kind of pathway, and there was just kind of like an acoustic set that they were playing. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, so the point is, I don't know if that was kind of intentional to kind of bring those elements in that sense, or if it was just kind of like, oh, let's just create, you know, random venues, a garage and a club kind of style venue and a street corner. Maybe it was just that. Maybe I'm thinking too deeply, but it's 21 Pilots. Can we ever think too deeply when it comes to them? I don't think so, because everything they do is automatically deep and cryptic, and there's like so many layers to it. It's just insane. So I think it was probably intentional, if anything. So I think that was pretty much it. That was kind of it, and they closed out the show. There were some elements where you would hear Josh talking, or not Josh, sorry, you'd hear Tyler talking. I don't know why I said Josh. But you'd hear Tyler talking kind of, you know, in the middle of a song, the way he would live, you know, where he was just try to get the crowd involved, or at the end of the song when he would say, you know, thanks or whatever, or at the beginning of a song, he would introduce it. Little things like that. It just kind of added, you know, little kind of unique touches that made it feel more of a live experience. Obviously, it wasn't live. It's pre-recorded. I mean, we've seen that they did all the mocap and whatnot, so we know that it's pre-recorded, but it's still a really, really cool experience. I had a blast. I thought it was super, super cool. Again, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to share with you guys the full show experience, rather, but yeah, I apologize that that's the route we had to go, but hopefully you guys still enjoyed this kind of little video, kind of, you know, breaking it down, highlighting the experience. Like I said, if you've tuned into the show, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it. I thought it was absolutely incredible. I loved it. Again, I might be a little bit biased because I'm a massive 21 Pilots fan, but I mean, it is what it is, man. It was pretty epic. It was pretty amazing, and you love to see it. You love to see it. So let me know how you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you are new around here, I do gaming content on this channel. If you want to check out my own music, 7 Minutes After. It's pretty much on every streaming platform. For covers, I do over on youtube.com/JoshLMusic. Follow me at JSkeleton on Twitter and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys soon in another video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions for whatever reason, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, let me know how you enjoyed this concert experience. And I'll see you guys soon in another one. Till then, game on.